One Precious Light, and today we are going into a light body reading. And this is a little different because they wanted me to share about the 7D light body. So as you evolve and raise your frequency, your physical body changes, the cellular structure of the physical body changes, and so too does your light body. There's certain activations that we do through the process of ascension and evolution to help stabilize the higher frequency ranges so you can remain in those spaces in a stable way and not basically revert back to the lower frequencies. So what happens is through raising your frequency, healing, clearing the blocks, to be able to hold higher frequencies and ground into higher frequency cores, your light body has to be able to hold those frequencies as well. And to be able to hold those frequencies, we have to activate higher dimensional light bodies, or Merkabas. So the first Merkaba you have is the 2D potentiality. So it's a 6-pointed star, and that is just sitting there in potentiality. It's not doing anything. Then you have the Merkaba, and that is the 8-pointed star. So that is when it pops into 3D around your field. And the Merkaba is the 12-pointed star. So there is one additional tetrahedron in there, and that is a stepping stone into the Merkana. The Merkana is a 20-point star, and this anchors you into the Earth star, and it is considered the 5D light body. When the Merkana activates, you can move beyond the frequencies of 300 kilohertz. Okay, if you do not have the Merkana activated, you will be in the lower frequency ranges of 3D and early 4D until you're able to sustain the higher frequencies, which requires an activation and an advancement of the light body. Okay, otherwise it's too unstable and you won't move there. It's not safe, nor is it manageable for you to hold those higher frequencies unless you have those activations fully anchored in and they're strong in your field. Okay, so once the Merkana is activated, it helps you to begin the process of opening all of the higher gateways, harmonizing the field with the higher fields, and you begin preparing to move into the upgraded chakra system. Okay, once the Merkana is activated, you start to work with the natural cycles of the planet, so you're more aligned with the organic universe instead of the inversions. You start building and strengthening the Earth star, which is 1.5 feet below your feet, and raising your frequency until you can then shift into the 5th density core. And when you shift in the 5th density core, you're able to activate all of the upgraded chakras, as well as align with the organic universe and the ascended Earth. Okay. Then once you do this, there is the Merkaba activation that happens around 2500 kilohertz. This will stabilize any shifts beyond 5D. So we're looking at the 6D, 7D, and even 8D. So today they wanted me to talk about the 7D light body. And the 7D light body is activated at a frequency of 18,000 kilohertz to 30,000 kilohertz. Okay, most people's frequencies right now that are on the ascension path is between 100 and 300 kilohertz. That's where the Merkana needs to be activated, at 300 kilohertz. So the 7D light body is 18,000 kilohertz. So that's the frequency shift between where most people are and the light body I'm about to talk about. Okay. So I go over this in my book, The Aura of God, and I go through all of the light bodies. I go through the things that you can expect to be challenges, certain obstacles, things you need to focus on, the advantages of shifting your frequency into these higher densities, etc., and moving on the ascension path more and more. So the 7D light body consists of the golden heart is activated, the golden heart field, and the Merkaba. At the 6D level, the Merkaba is a golden color because we're anchoring in with solar consciousness, the divine child, as well as the gold ray and primal sound. Okay, once the golden torus is fully built and the golden heart is fully activated, this is embodiment of Christ consciousness. Okay, once this is strong enough, what happens is the plasmic fields in the 6D burst, and the golden Merkaba absorbs all of the energies of the 7 rays, and it turns into the rainbow Merkaba. Then you're sitting in the 7D potentiality, the 7D reality, where your physical body is holding the frequencies of the 7D. And so as we move through from 3D to 7D, the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energies all have to evolve. You cannot go directly to spiritual energies and immerse your soul in those realms without doing the work to embody. So it's a clearing and elevation, clearing, elevation, clearing, elevation, so that the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual energies are all harmonized in the body. Okay, that's when the 7D body activates. So that's what they're talking about today. So once the rainbow Merkaba is activated, you've dissolved all the plasmic fields from the 6D system. We will still be measuring 5D, 6D, and 7D, but once the 7D is fully anchored, the only reason why we would go back to the 5D system is so that we can look at the in-body chakras and the health of the physical body. If there's anything going on there, there can be some dense energy in the physical body just because the physical body is innately more dense than the field. That will need some clearing and some fine-tuning and adjustments once the 7D light body is activated. Okay, what they wanted to talk about here is there's this need to remember through the ascension process that the physical body is also ascending. Okay, it's not just your consciousness, it's not just your mind, it's not just your emotions. It is an elevation of the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual energies. So the physical energies are the lowest frequency. Then we have the emotional, then the mental, and then the spiritual are the highest frequency. And what ends up happening around the 5D is people, if they do not harmonize all 4 bodies, the spiritual and mental will begin elevating, and the emotional and physical will begin devolving, I guess, or lowering in frequency. And then there's this huge gap here, and the ascension process is actually interrupted. So these 4 bodies have to elevate simultaneously. So there is a physical clearing needed, emotional clearing, mental clearing, and spiritual evolution that happens simultaneously. Okay. So I'm going to show some pictures here. At the 7D level, we have the golden torus, we have the rainbow Merkaba, we have a gateway to the gold ray or source energy through the gold ray, and the 7D core of the planet, which is right here, and it's a gold core. Okay, so to be able to ground into the 7D, the body has to be clear. So you could go into the 7D whenever you want with your consciousness if you've elevated to that. The trick here in the process of ascension and evolution that we're in now is pulling these frequencies through the body, through the field, and grounding them into the center of the planet. That is the hardest part of the evolution and embodiment of these higher frequency light bodies, is because the physical body and the energy field has to be clear enough to ground these frequencies. Once these frequencies are grounded, you can embody these light bodies and hold them within the earth plane stably. Okay, a lot of people have gone to 7D consciousness, accessed or witnessed or experienced that light body and those frequencies, but then it dissolves because they haven't done the work on the physical and the emotional. So there is a step-by-step process here. So things you could work on if this is something that resonates with you. is 4 elemental meditations. So this is in the Golden Guided. This is helping you to connect with Earth, okay, with the planet and with the elements to help you to raise your frequency in the physical body. The threefold flame, this helps you to resonate with primal sound and the divine energies. And then we have this soul retrieval en masse. Soul retrieval en masse. This soundscape meditation was designed to help the soul travel, collect, and integrate soul fragments from this or any lifetime in all realms, all dimensions, throughout all time and space. As a soundscape meditation only, this can be used to harmonize the reintegration process of lost or abandoned aspects of self. So there is a need to fully pull back all soul fragments from this or any life before the 7D light body can be fully activated, okay? All of your healing through 3D, 4D, 5D, and 6D has to be completed before you're able to activate this and embody it. And your frequency has to be between 18,000 and 30,000 kilohertz. 30,000 kilohertz is when the 8D body begins to activate. We start working with the diamond heart and the diamond heart field, as well as the Merkaza, which is a 64-point Merkaba, or Merkaba, I should say. So for those that are really wanting to move through the Ascension process, it doesn't stop at the 5th density. There is a continual evolution and even into the 8D light body. But the 8D is where cosmic consciousness, the frequencies of cosmic consciousness, so this is transcendent of all illusion, all duality, can be embodied and integrated, where you are able to control, or I don't want to use the word control, but you're able to work with cosmic energies as either matter or light. And this is when the true potential of humans being angelic in nature, cosmic in nature, can tap into their full potential, is at the 8D level, because you can transcend all duality and all illusion. So 7D is the stepping stone. It's a really big stepping stone where you can move into bliss, harmony, joy, abundance, transcendence, in the feeling senses, because the body begins to shift and change. So let me see, was there anything else I wanted to go into here? There is a huge tipping point in the physical body during this phase. You basically become fully harmonized with God in the body, Source God, and you become a divine channel. The other thing about the 7D light body is once the golden heart field is fully activated, the rainbow Merkaba is strong in your field. There's no more mutations in it, because some people, there's a collective that incurred a DNA mutation at the higher levels when they first incarnated into this time-space reality, this universal sphere, and the Merkaba was corrupted. So I actually did a lot of work going back to that time when the Merkaba was corrupted, and healed the genetic lineage of those that it affected, and we've been able to fix that with that collective. So once that's fully active and online, you can work with the golden heart field as grace, and you sit within that field of grace, and you work non-locally to manifest, to heal, to evolve, to ascend, to connect to Source God, to connect to others, to heal entire collectives, entire planetary systems, etc. Your ability and potentiality within that field is extremely amplified. And to be able to hold that field in your day-to-day life is a very, very intense but powerful mastery skill that you can work on when you get to the 7D. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and we'll see you next time.